and yoi. I'm just going to have a quick look at the screen because there's another message popped up. I just want to see what's going on, make sure everybody's okay. Okay, cool. Right, so guys and girls, let's go. So let's have a bit of mobilisation just to warm the joints up and get some blood moving around our body. And going backwards and forwards and backwards and stretch upwards, not strike, stretch upwards. Push, push, push all the way up. Feel that stretch. Go all the way down the backs of your legs. And then relax and lean to your left. And up. Relax, lean to right. And up. Lean back slightly. And then forward. Fingertips down to your toes. Stretch down to the floor if you can. I can just reach the floor now with my fingertips, and my leg is just feeling it there. So that's an update on my hamstring, which is much better than it was 4 days ago. And up we come. Okay, right hand between your shoulders, hand on your elbow, and pull it behind your head. Tuck it in, stretch the triceps in the back of your arms, and change left hand between your shoulder blades, and pull your, just move that chair out the screen. And relax right arm across the body and pull it in. And relax left arm across the body and pull it in. And relax. Put your right foot forward. So bend your right knee. So back straight. Have your hips square. So we're in Section Heian Yondan. So your hips are facing forward and just push that knee forward. And make these muscles work in your thighs. If you're back here and I said the other day, if your muscles are all loose and not contracted, they're not doing anything, they need to be connected from the knee here all the way up into the hip. Make them work, give them some energy, give them some tension. Okay, and change. Put your left leg forward. Again, push that knee forward, cover your toes with your knee. You should just be able to see the tip of your big toe if you look down. Again, make sure these quads in your leg are contracted. Give them something to do. And relax. Okay, come out wide for me. Slide your hands down to your ankles, let your head come down to the centre. Hold it there. Nice stretch. Again, I couldn't do that 4 days ago, so that's the result. But I'm not pushing it any more than that. Take your head to your right knee. Take your head to your left knee. Head to the centre. Rest on your hands. Just walk your feet in. Okay, bend your knees, guys. Hands on your knees. And stand up slowly. Use your knees to lift you up. Okay, it's a good way of protecting your back. It's also a very good way of protecting your pulled hamstring or your injured hamstring. Okay, if you have one. Okay, so when you have an injury or something, it teaches you all the right ways to move, especially when you're lifting and carrying stuff. Okay, yoi! Left hand out, right hand on your hip. Okay, chokuzuki punch, standing, ready. Ich, ni, san, shi, go. Ruk, shish, hach, ka, ja, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ruk, shish, hach, ka, ja, hey! Okay, so this time what I want you to do is move forward and back. So from here, all I want you to do is when I count, drop your weight, push your right leg forward and make a stance, but don't punch like this. Ich, then punch, knee. Then we're going to pull back, ich, all the way back, knee, sun, punch right on the end, yes? Okay? Yes? Okay, so left hand out, right hand on your hip, nice tight hikite, drive forward and punch, drop first, ich, Okay, squeeze back halfway. Ich. All the way. Ni. Then punch. San. So 3 counts. Squeeze in. Ich. Ni. San. Squeeze back. Ich. Push all the way back. Ni. San. Squeeze in. Ich. Keep low. Keep your knees together. Push forward. Ni. San. Squeeze back. Ich. Push all the way back. Ni. Punch. San. And relax. So what you should be trying to get here is, as we move forward, this hand is still in the center of my body and this hand is covering this side. Okay? So we have the triangle. Yes? And then when I squeeze backwards, I've covered my groin. I'm in Nikowashi dash. This hand is still covering the center of my body. And this hand here can still complete this side of the triangle. As I push back, this hand is still covering the center of my body and it's just replaced by this one. Okay? As we move forward, ich, I'm still covering the center, push forward, knee, and then punch. So try and have that center line covered with your hand as we're moving forward and backwards. We'll change this up a little bit so we're punching and moving at the same time. Okay? So from now, we're just going to keep it to 3 counts. So left hand up, right hand on your hip, drop. Always drop first. Never move forward from an upright stance because you're just going to fall. Drop and then push with your body. Make it work from below the belt. Make it work from down here. Okay? So push forward. Ready? Ich, punch, knee. So squeeze back. Again, make it work from below the belt. Ich, knee, san. Squeeze in. Ich, knee, san. Squeeze back. Ich, knee, san. Squeeze in. Ich, knee, san. Squeeze back. Ich, all the way back. Knee, san. And yondan. Okay, so we're trying to find a load balance point in the middle where we can drive from. You should feel really nice and balanced and strong in the middle, and that last drive forward should be really, powerful. Don't stamp on the floor with your right foot, sensei. Okay? So that's what you want to feel, is that boom, drive out of the middle, because that's what we're going to do now. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is start with your left hand forward. Left Zenkutsu Dachi, left hand forward. So you're going to squeeze in like this, and push straight through. Okay, squeeze back, knee, and push back and punch. Squeeze in, san, push straight through. Squeeze back, chi, and push straight back. Again, delay the hands. Move everything from your body. Move everything from your body. Body push first, legs move second, hands will catch, or your arms will catch your body and your legs up. Okay, when we go backwards, body moves first, legs move second, hands, or arms rather, will catch them up because, as we know, the arms move faster than the body and the legs. Okay? So don't be tempted to throw your punch from here, because all you'll do is just pull your body from the arm, like someone getting hold of your arm and giving it a yank, pulling you over. What I want when I land on this side with my punch, want my body to land, and my weight and my centre of gravity going low, there delivers a line of power and a slight dip downwards, which creates more energy there. Okay? We don't want to be standing upwards, we want to be low, driving forwards. Okay, left hand up, right hand on your hip. Okay, so just squeeze into the middle, push straight through. Are you ready? Here we go. Ready? So squeeze back first. So get this move first, squeeze back. Knee, san, slow it down. Shi, go, ru, chi, you want to get your punch, as soon as his foot lands, punch same time. Yes? And going backwards, as soon as your back foot lands, punch same time. So you're connected all the way from the floor, through your feet, through your legs, through your hips, boom, through your body, comes out into your hand, yeah? Okay? One thing to just try and put this in your heads, especially for the juniors here, is if you're here, keep this hand on somebody's body and you're pushing them back. Yes? You keep pushing them back and then you don't take your hands off them until the last minute and you swap it with this one. Now somebody's pushing you back, you let them come, you let them come, boom, then you stop them dead. Okay? So try and have that theory in your head when you're doing this technique or this kind of movement. Okay, one last time, then we'll crack on. Left hand out, right hand on your hip, keep low, squeeze in, drive through. Try and time your punch, your punching hand with your foot. Ready? Squeeze in. Each. Slow it down. Feel all parts of the movement. Squeeze in, backwards. Ni, san, shi, go, ru, shish, hard, ko, jo, and jump. Horse. Okay, so just something there for tightening up your techniques and something for the lower grades to get their teeth into. Who's here? Anyone getting freezing? Chair in the way. Yeah, it was me. Hi Sarah. Hi Sarah. Two Sarahs have just joined us. Fantastic. Okay, so quick drink. So here we go. Again, we'll go back to, I think we might have done this either last week or this week. I think it might be this week. Moving from side to side. I'm going to call this Kompass karate, and I kind of want to build this into a training routine and training drill because I think it's very useful. And what I mean by Kompass karate is not getting a compass out of your pocket and say, hey, I'm lost, which way do I go? I'm looking at directional movements from the center spot. So again, it's very useful for training if we're in restricted spaces, okay? So we haven't got a lot of room to move, which would be exactly the way that we would learn how to fight. If we was in a fight or a combat zone, we wouldn't be standing 2 foot away from somebody, social distancing. The fight would be happening this close, yes? Okay, so we need to be able to turn on a tight circle, tucking everything in and then exploding out and moving in different directions. So that's the idea of compass training. It's been around for a long time. It was used by the ancients. Some of the samurais used it, and certainly in Chinese martial arts. So we're going to call this Kompass karate, and I'm trying to build up a little bit of a syllabus around this, which I think it's been quite helpful for me. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to work east to west. So east is your left, west is your right, okay? You should be facing north. If you're looking, whichever direction you're looking forward, that's north, and behind you is south. Okay, confused? Okay? Never eat shredded wheat, okay? Yeah? Or never ever support West Ham, you know? It depends where you want to remember it. So east, west. So what we're going to do first, guys, from this position is turn to east, which is your left, make Niko Ashi Dash, and prepare for Gidamrai. Then drive out and deliver Gidamrai and attack Shudan Zuki. Then we're going to draw the back leg in. We're going to, because we've made our tight position, we're going to turn west, all the way around. At the same time, we make preparation for Gidamrai, explode into Gidamrai, and then make Shudan Yakuzuki. Okay, now I want to move east again. Okay, so we pull it in, rotate, cover, prepare for Gidamrai, drive, and punch, and once more, pull the back leg in, rotate west, prepare for Gidamrai, deliver Gidanbarai, and Yakuzuki. And Jame. Okay, so that's the essence of what you're doing. Just to examine all of those components, let's put this in combat scenario. I'm here, attacks come in there. I turn my head away from the attack. I make Nikowashi dash, so I'm compact, my legs are loaded, my groin is protected. As I turn and make Nikowashi dash, my right hand sweeps across my body to protect Gidan. My left hand sweeps across my body to protect Jodan and take the punch away. I then attack with Gidanbarai and then attack again with Yakuzuki. This leg is now vulnerable. If I'm being attacked from behind, I could get a foot in the back of my knee, and it's a long, long way to turn around from there. So I shorten my stance, I pull my leg away from any attacker, okay, and as I turn, left hand covers Gidan. I've again made Nikowashi dash, so I'm protecting my groin. The right hand is protecting Jodan. Attack with Gidanbarai and attack with Yakuzuki. Okay, so that's all the key points in that movement, what we're trying to work. Okay, so it's drawing the back leg in, squeezing in, rotating on the small circle, driving out, attack, attack, squeezing in, rotating in a small circle, driving out to attack, attack. So your Gidanbarai is not block. Your Gidanbarai is actually an attack. It's an offensive movement. And I share the same view as John Mullen Center. He mentioned this the other night, and he said, if you are going forward with a blocking movement, it stops becoming a block because it's aggressive and it's going forward. So if it's an aggressive forward movement, it would be more kind to an attack. Okay, so that's kind of how I see this here. This is your blocking movement. Either this one will protect Gidan and Chudan, this one will protect Jodan, and then there's your entry with Gidanbarai for strike. Okay guys, should we try that again? So from your yoi position, we're going to turn east, make Nikowashi dash, and protect our areas. Ready? Ich, explode, knee, punch, sun. Squeeze the back leg in, avoid the attack. Now rotate, ich, knee, sun. Squeeze in, 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 rotate, ich, knee, sun. And gently. Okay, so there's your east and west movements. Okay, so we did this last couple of lessons ago, so I'm not going to spend too much time going east and west because we need to make a new journey because we have another 2 points of the compass to work to. So what we want to make here, we're going to make the first two movements, yes? So we're going left, right. Here we go, east and west. So turn, ich, knee, sun, draw in, and turn, ich, knee, sun. Now I need to go north. So I look. Now this time, as you draw the back foot in, make Nikowashi dash and turn to north. The right hand sweeps across the lower body. The left hand sweeps across the upper body, making your Gidanbarai preparation. Now attack and attack. Now I need to go south. Okay, because something's coming towards me. So I'm going to draw in. I'm going to draw my foot each. Make my preparation. Left hand sweeps to protect Chudan and Gidan. Right hand's protecting Jodan. All the way back. Knee, then sun. And then yang. Okay. So we've now got 2 more points on our compass, yes? Us. So just turn to the west, which is your right, and make right foot forward. And left hand Yakuzuki. Now just watch as I turn. As I bring my foot in, My left foot now is in front of my right foot to make Nikuashi dash. The right hand sweeps and the left hand comes across the upper body. As I push forward, I strike out, I strike out. Now as I go backwards, I want my right leg to be in front. I need to make a right leg Nikuashi dash. So as I pull back, my left foot needs to come back behind the line of my right foot. Yes, I don't want it here because my weight is now forward center. I need it here, so this leg is balanced, and then push all the way back and then punch from here. So when you come back from north to south, make sure the left leg comes behind the front leg to make a right foot Nikuashi dash. Okay? Again, it's all about trying to find where your center is, trying to find where your point of balance and your point of drive is. But also, with the Nikuashi dash position, is trying to find out where your point of protection is. Because if it's wide open, then anyone can get in there and damage you. If it's closed, you've got a much better chance. Okay? Right, so yoi. So east, west, north, south. Are we ready? East first. Ready? Turn and cover. Ich, ni, san. Now pull it in and turn. Ich, ni, san. Look over your shoulder. So look north. There's a threat coming from the north. Ich, ni, san. Then draw back. Ich, ni, san. And gently. The other thing you should feel now is that when you're making your turns, make it work from below the waist or below the belt. So if I move here, this hand comes across quite naturally and this one picks up in place. Then we drive out, then we punch. Now if I draw in here, as I turn, look what happens. This hand comes in to place as I turn. This is going to be your first point of contact, not this one. This one, okay? This will come in second, slightly after. But this, for a Chudan attack or a Gidan attack, this is your first point of contact. Maybe this one slightly after. But your turn of your body should bring your hand round. Then we drive, then we punch. Now again, as I turn, I bring my foot in and turn north. As I push my right hip forward, my right hand comes into play to protect my body. Okay, so try and feel you're making your movements with your arms. You're making the driving movement from below the waist or below the belt. Okay, ready? Here we go. Left, right, forward, back, east, west, north, south. Let's think of it in compass terms. Ready? Squeeze in. Ich, ni, san. Squeeze in, turn. Ich, ni, san. Let's go north. Ich, ni, san. Let's go south. Ich, ni, san. Now to keep this moving, but to keep it going as a drill, I'm going to squeeze my back leg in and immediately turn to the east and drive out again, okay? So from here, squeeze in and turn east. Ich, ni, san. Draw in and turn. Ich, ni, san. Draw in. Ich, ni, san. Draw in. Ni, san. Did it all one move then. Okay, go east again, guys. Ready? Ich, ni, san. Draw in, turn. Ich, ni, san. Draw in and go north. Ich, ni, san. And south. Ich, ni, san. Last time, go east. Ich, ni, san. Go west. Draw in. Ich, ni, san. Draw in and go north. Ich, ni, san. And backwards, south. Ich, ni, ay. And okay, so full directional movement. Rather than call it left, right, forward, back, let's call it east, west, north, south. Because we've also got
4 other points of the compass we can put on. We've got northeast, southeast, or wherever they are. We've got the diagonals on the compass, so we've got those movements we can put in as well. Okay, so that's just an idea to help with directional training, with directional movement, compressing in the middle, and using tight turns to create power and energy in your body and good connection in your body, which is going to help you in tight situations if you need to get out of them. Okay, let's just have a look, see what the time is, how the time's doing, and who's on here. Okay, hi, there's a couple more, Stephanie and Dominic. Okay, guys. Okay, so that's that on that theory. Okay, so we spent quite a bit of time on that today, so we'll give that a rest there. I have done a video on this already, and so practice that. You've got that to work with. I have done a training video which goes a little bit further into it and puts some of the other techniques in. Perhaps tomorrow I'll do the same with Anagyuki and Sotobuki. Okay, so let's have a look at Heian Yondan. So those of you yesterday who trained with Heian Yondan, we did the first, was it the first 4 moves of Heian Yondan, the opening section. So we'll just go over those and we'll add a bit more to it. Okay. One of the interesting things with Heian Yondan is that John Sensei last night was talking about this in quite a lot of detail, and this is something I've never really thought of and I've never really seen. There's an element of Heian Yondan covers quite deeply, and it appears again in lots of other katas. And the element is of 2 hands moving together in the same technique. Rather than a block and a punch, we have several techniques or several movements in this kata where both hands are travelling together and working together, which is something which we don't train. We never do it in Kihon, but we see it a lot in kata. So it was brought to my attention last night. And yeah, there's a lot of it in Heian Yondan, and possibly this is one of the purposes of Heian Yondan, is to start to introduce these 2-handed movements, which we'll look at. Now, the first one is a 2-handed movement. As we make the first stance by kicking the hip in and pushing the leg out, hands come up together. Yes? Remember, these hands are not square, making the box. They are slightly apart, and this one is a bit lower than the top one. Okay? Then we switch hips, come down, and up to the other side. Okay? Again, making this clearance. Okay? Then, as we come in, we scoop, draw the hands together, and Jujuki striking down. So you have Gidanbarai feeling with this hand, and a punch downwards with this hand. Okay? So from here, ready? Go left, look, ich, ni, san. And back. Sorry, I did the first move a bit too quick. I'm thinking application. My mind is a couple of minutes ahead. Okay? Ready? So we're going to make the first technique correctly this time. Ready? Ich, ni, move in, collect and drive, san. Then from here, shi. So from this position, we drive through, uchiuki, urazuki. Okay? Uchiuki with the right hand, urazuki with the left hand. Yish! Zenkutsu Dachi. Okay, and you may. So, let's go on from here, shall we? I'm going to come back to some of these techniques and just go over them a little bit, and just for a little bit of an explanation. So, let's go from here. From here. So you've got a right foot forward in Zenkutsu Dachi, and this Juji Moroto-uki position. So right hand is Soto-uki, left hand is Urazuki connected to the elbow. So this time we're going to pull in each, looking left, with your body slightly angled, Uraken, Uraken, Kiyagi, Lan, strike and Buchi. Again, point of the elbow into the hand. John Sensei pointed out, it's quite funny actually, one of my pet hates is this. It's one of my pet hates. I see so many people do that. Holding their elbow when they've done this. No, the hand is behind the head and the elbow hits the front. So the point of the elbow comes into the middle of the hand. Then we pull in each, turn to the right, orakan, kiagi, and land, knee. Again, point of the elbow into the hand. Okay, so, right foot forward, maroto-uki. So, soto-uki right hand, orozuki left hand. As we squeeze in, the hands are doing this. Look, hands coming together. Left leg squeezes in, hands coming together. Looking left, kiagi and orakan. So orakan goes first, slightly first. Yeah, this is blocking a punch. Punch, kick, collect, strike. Now same the other side. The hands come into the hip. We turn to the right. Block, kick, catch, strike. Okay? And this again is all from the body. It's all from the hip, not over the top from the shoulder. Rotation from the hip. It's like yakuzuki. Same feeling as yakuzuki, except we're using the empi because it's closest. It's closer. The technique target is here. That's where my elbow needs to go. Okay? So one more time. Morotto uki. Right leg forward. Zenkutsu Dachi. Okay? So hands in with your leg. Each. Okay. Ni, san, shi. In. Looking right. So, urakun kiagi. Each. Ni, san. And yame. Okay. One thing I've learned with a bad leg is that you don't have to kick high. That's about the same as high as my leg will go for kiagi without it really pulling. But does it really matter? Does it really matter? Oh, not really. Because if I'm here, punch comes into me here, this deflects the punch, that kicks to the groin or the leg, or body comes down, I collect the head, boom, I say good night. Okay? Yes? Okay, same the other side. I'm here, punch comes in this way, this deflects the punch, kicks underneath, takes the head and strikes with my MP. Okay? And a good point was made again last night is that if you're going to kick high, there's more chance of it being seen. Yes? In combat, you kick low, there's less chance of it being seen and more chance of it being felt. Okay? So if you kick high, they're going to see it. But if you kick low, more chance it's going to be felt, less chance it's going to be seen because it creeps in underneath the waistline. Okay? Which is quite useful, really. Okay? So, from the beginning. Let's go back a bit, guys. So from here, go to the left, ich, and up. Ni, and up. San, collect, and punch. Drive forward, Doroto uki, ich. Okay, squeeze in, ich, to the left. Ni, san, shi. Ich. Ready? Ich, ni, san. And your man. Okay, so, been quite deliberate with those techniques there. I said I'd go back to the beginning and just have a look at some of these individual techniques, which are quite interesting. We do this beginning really slow. Coming here to here, slowly. So ask yourself a question. If this is blocking Jodan, what speed is somebody punching me at? If I'm going, by the time I get to here, it's hit me, yes? So in reality, this is going to come up fast. It's not going to come up slow. But there's an example of two hands working together. I suppose one of the options you've got here is if the Jodan comes in, you've slipped inside the Jodan, and this hand is actually hit them there. So this one's blocking, boom. This one, boom, hits, okay, and strikes, boom. Then we can now use this hand and this hand to push them to the floor. Yes? To push them to the floor. Okay? Yes? So So one possibility we could have there. So in a real situation or a real application, the hands wouldn't be finely positioned here like they are in your pristine kata. They would be delivered, boom, there. This would send the Jodan punch behind your head, and that one's going to strike in here, and then we're going to push them down. But look at my weight change. I bring my weight down here on the back leg, so I drop my weight, which helps to drop their body down, and then we just repeat it on the other side to train it both sides. Okay, so that's some ideas for this one. Okay, so when we come to here, from here again, both hands moving. This one, maybe a maigeri or chudan coming in. We're going to scoop it with this hand to collect it, and then destroy it, boom, with this hand, but take it downwards. Look at my body, it goes down. I don't stand up, I go in, drive in and down. So I have my body going forward and downwards. Then drive forward, yish. So for this technique, in the kata, we have oizuki connected to the elbow. Yes? Okay? But in reality, who wants to punch their own elbow? You try it. It hurts. It does, it hurts. Okay? In reality, this technique is this. As I said the other day. Like this. But we never practice it like that. We always practice it like this. Okay? So this would be reality. Knocking the punch, striking the ribs. Okay? So that would be the reality of that technique. Okay? So yoi. Let's go back to the beginning. Here we go. Ready? To the left. Yich. Ni. San. Shi. Go. Uich. Ni. San. Okay, so from here, I want to do 2 more moves for today. Again, both double-handed. The left hand from here is going to release and do Gidan Shito. The right hand is going to clear a path Jodan. Okay? So you've got an either or option here. Very unlikely, well, you could be attacked Maigeri and Jodan at the same time if they're really clever. Or you've got the option. You've got Jodan, Maigeri comes in, so you protect and defend against Maigeri with his hand is ready to strike. Or you have this one here, which is cleared, the Jodan. This one's just come here for making sure this space is covered, and then both hands are ready to move again. So you've got a Jodan or a Maigeri kind of cover in this position. So from here, I want you to think left hand, right hand. But pull, look at my body. I'm making my body, I'm not just separating the hands and going, nice, I'm boom. This is going boom, downwards. This is striking. Somebody's leg is here, boom. Inside of the shin, ouch, their leg's going behind me. Jodan coming in there, boom. The hand's going over here. I need to clear a clear space in front of me. If the leg's gone there and the hand's gone there, the head, boom, should be there. Because that's my next move. Okay? That is my next move. Okay, so from here, strike down with the left and across the face with the right with some attitude. Itch. Now look. Knee. So this hand just simply strikes forward. Sent by boom, the body. Yeah? Not just slap. It's sent by my right hip. And my body is now facing this way. Yeah? Okay? So, from here, this one strikes, left hand comes up to cover the face. Like this. Okay, so again, we've got a Jodan cover, just in case anything's going on there. And this one is striking. This is where the head should be. Okay, so from this position, let's clear Maigeri and Jodan at the same time. Ready, yitch. Now strike Jodan, looking over your shoulder and drive the hip forward. So this one is driven, it's sent. Okay, finish here. We're going to kick Maigeri San, push with the left hand, and then boom, finish off with a strike landing in Kosi Dachi. Okay, that's your first key eye point. Lots going on there, yes? Absolutely tons of stuff going on there, okay? Loads of things we can play with for hours. This is why kata is so fascinating. And everyone you train with has got a slightly different take on it. So it adds even more ingredients to the cake and it makes it even more fascinating, okay? Because the more you work with it, the more you find. Okay, so let's have your right foot forward here, and let's have your left NP in this position. Okay, so we're going to do this separation block. Both hands moving at the same time with some energy driven from your body. Ready? Yish! Now you should be looking over your left shoulder. There's a head in front of you. Twist and strike it with your right hand. Knee! Okay, kick. So the kick comes, if the head is here, the body's there, so the kick should come under your elbow. Sun! Clear the space. Hey! Shear and strike over the top in Kosi Dachi. Okay? So nice little sequence there. And we can do it out of sequence. We could do this in a bonkai situation or a combat situation where we're standing here, someone throws a maigeri, boom, we clear it, bang, we strike it, boom, we kick, bang, we finish off. Yes? Okay? This is just a delivery position for dropping your weight. So that when we land, we're fully connected with our body, boom. When we land, boom, dropping downwards, not pushing up, boom, downwards. So when you hit the body, it has that kind of boom effect on it when you hit it. Okay? Make sense? Maybe not. Maybe to some of you. Maybe not everybody. Okay? So last time from here, from this position, right leg, forward, left, NP-uchi. So strike downwards, clearing maigeri, strike upwards, clearing jodan. Ready? Each, twist forward and strike jodan. Knee, kick underneath the hand, sun, clear, hey! Shi. Okay. So, we go back, right to the beginning. Too much kicking. Okay? Let's go back here. Right to the beginning, okay? We're going to work through that nice and slowly, right to that key eye point. So, yoik! So, to the left, ready, each! Ni! San! Shi! Go! Ich, ni, san! Shi, ich, ni, san! Both hands together now. Ich, ni, kick, san, hold, push, ay, and strike. And jump. Okay. Let's see how we're doing for time. Oh, look at that. That's cool again. Okay, let's see how everyone's doing. Cool. Okay, so a little bit of a look there at Heian Yondan in a little bit of detail. Looking at the double-hander movements, yes? There is no reason, as John says, they said last night in training, there's no reason why you can't block and strike at the same time. Why you can't do agyuki and punch at the same time. In fact, we do it in Basadai. In Basadai we have this Yamazuki double punch. It's not a double punch. It's an agyuki punch, blocking a punch, boom, and punch underneath. So this is actually an agyuki over the top and a punch underneath. And we've got a technique in Heian Yondan, Moroto Uki, where we also have this, I believe, in Heian Nidan, Moroto Uki, but in Zenkutsu Dachi, where the hands are connected here, where in reality they're blocking and punching at the same time. So just to finish off for a couple of minutes, we're going to practice just that, blocking and punching at the same time. So if you stand in Hisoku Dachi, you're going to move forward with your right leg, your right hand is going to make uchuki, your left hand is going to punch orozuki at the same time, but not connected. Then, then, okay, at the same time. Okay? What you'll find with this kind of movement, you're relying less on hikute, because there isn't one. Yes? Yeah, because this is more of a senior grade, probably activity, probably certainly brown belts and above, certainly downgrades. This is more of a senior grade activity. Because we haven't got hikute, we have to rely on our body, boom, our hips, boom, our weight, and our line of movement and the drop in weight, yes? So we can't stand up, we have to push down low, drop down low, and we also have to push from below the waist, so we have to use our bodies and just let our arms make contact. That's all we're doing. Okay, so I want everyone to have a go at this, even if you're a junior grade. So I want you to move forward, from your right foot forward, and do oizuki and punch oizuki at the same time. Look where my oizuki is. I'm using my hip to connect. So my elbow is close to my hip. I squeeze my lats in here. I'm squeezed in here. This hand is here. I squeeze my lats in there. So this is boom, just pushing it back, and boom, and that's making a firm strike. So I'm using my body to make this connection, not my arms. And then I relax and change. Yeesh! Squeeze the body. Ready, knee. Okay, and go back. Enjoy. Okay, and forward. Right leg, right arm. Yeesh! And knee. And strong. And shoot. And okay, that's something we can play with a little bit more in further classes, but I just wanted to share that with you. It's an interesting concept, an interesting principle of actually how we would apply these techniques, not just do them in kata. There's lots of people that know how to do them in a kata, but connect here. This is not practical use, this is your practical use. So we have to unlock the kata to give us the practical use, yes? Okay? So that's kind of what these things are doing, is unlocking the kata. Okay, so I think that's enough for you guys today. I'm certainly happy to be back out here and being able to move around again. So that's cool, that's lifted my mood. Look, there's one thing in the world that I hate that really gets me, and that's not being able to do. If I can't do, then I find that very difficult. If I'm injured, I'm the worst person to be injured, I'm the worst person to be ill. Because I just can't not do, I have to be able to do. And so it's good to be back up and running again, guys. It's great to have you with me. I hope there's been stuff in there that's A, challenged you, B, taught you something, and C, left you slightly confused. Those are the three elements that make a good class. Yes, I hope you've got those three elements, and I hope I've been able to convey the points that John Sensei made last night when I was training with him. I hope I've been able to convey them over and include them in our recipe, what we're doing. Don't forget, Kompass Karate is here to stay. Kompass Karate is a foundation. I'm going to build on what we've been doing, and I want to build a platform to bring this into the dojo. Yes? Because what we can do with Kompass Karate is once we've trained and learned the foot patterns and the movements and the turns and the chambering positions, we can then start to apply them with partners in kumite situations, and we can test them. Okay? So that's where I want to take it. We want to take it up a level and add different angles in and different techniques. So Kompass Karate is we've created something new from this experience. So that's something I think is very positive. We've created something new, but not just created it because we wanted to, because it has a value and it has a purpose, and it has a usefulness going forward. Okay, guys, I am Zenkutsu Dachi. Amaos. Okay, I will hang around for a couple of minutes after I finish. If anybody's got any questions, please put them on the screen. If you've got any comments, please put them on the screen. And like I always say, if there's anything that you guys want to see in a video, in a training session, please, 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 just tell me and I will work on it for you and I'll give you something back. I think everybody needs something slightly different, so give me your feedback, guys. If there's something that you need or something that you want to work on, then let me know. Okay, guys, us.